Good morning, good afternoon, wherever in the world you are. So, been watching classic games and stuff, like on TV, ESPN. I know it's football season, but, I'm still kind of a basketball person. I always look forward to that. Man, boy, that gray hair don't stop. It just keep coming and coming. Shit. Anyway, watching basketball, like classic basketball games, Chicago Bulls and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here watching, Dennis Rodman go to work and just remembering how dope of a, player he was, especially on the rebounding tip. And also, I was kind of engaging in a few conversations on, like Facebook and things of that nature. And just, listening to people, what they're dealing with, what they're struggling with, And I've seen all kind of struggles. And like firsthand. I've seen people deal with alcoholism, drinking too much, and other real hardcore forms of drug abuse, we got to name them, pornography, like all kinds of things, So when I was watching the basketball game, and I started thinking about Dennis Rodman, and I'm like, yeah, that's the key right there. And the key is rebounding. Like, we go through things, but I think more focus has to be put on the rebounding. We need to rebound more quickly than that. And one of the keys to rebounding, which if you know anything about basketball, one of the keys to rebounding is boxing out. You gotta learn how to box out things that continue to string you along and pull you back in directions that you don't need to be back in. People that continue to string you along and hold you in this circle when you don't need to be there anymore because you kind of grew out of that, or you're trying to grow out of that. You have to learn how to box things and situations and people out so that you can rebound more quickly and more effectively. We have to do the work necessary in order to get where we're trying to go. And it doesn't matter what you're dealing with. Whether you're dealing with addiction and struggling with that, or whether you're dealing with heartbreak, breaking up with somebody, it doesn't matter what you're dealing with. The key is always to rebound more quickly, more effectively. And that's getting yourself back together. Just like, that's why I love sports as a metaphor for life, because it works for every situation. Just like in sports, when something's going on in the game and you didn't do what you were supposed to do, or you missed a play, or you missed a block, or whatever, and your teammates say, hey, get your head back into the game. That's exactly how you got to do it when it comes to life. You got to apply that same thing. It doesn't matter what does happen to you. It's really about how quickly you rebound from it, how quickly you get your head and your performance back into the game. You have to box out things that do not belong in your center of peace anymore. You have to box it out. If people are steady dragging you along, or they're not the right type of influence, or they're still having the same type of conversations that are not elevating you to be the kind of person that you want to be, you got to box them out. If certain situations you keep finding yourself in are not helping you elevate and not helping you get to where you're trying to go, reach levels you're trying to attain, you got to box that out. Conversations you got to box out, people you got to box out. Sometimes too much television and internet, you got to box stuff out that's distracting you in order for you to rebound more quickly and effective. So I love that metaphor. So watching the game, I thought immediately about how we have to be when it comes to situations and struggles that we deal with. We have to learn how to rebound more quickly and more effectively, just like Dennis Rodman and Charles Barkley and Tim Duncan and a host of others, Amazing rebounders. And that's because they were focused on that one thing, rebounding, getting the ball back. That's their focus. And in order to do that, you got to box people out. You got to get them out of your way. Whatever it is that's holding you hostage, that's got your brain somewhere else, that's got your soul, your heart somewhere else, you got to box all of that out and stay focused and keep your head in the game so that you can rebound more quickly, so that you can keep going and reach the level that you're trying to get to, no matter where it is. Rebounding is the key. So box people out. Don't be afraid to box people out. And if you think they're overpowering you, you got to do just like they do in basketball. You got to get stronger and more aggressive when it comes to boxing things and people out so that you can get the ball back, so that you can rebound. That's what it takes for you to get to certain levels. You have to rebound. You cannot stay in that same space where you cannot be in control of what's going on in the game, in this game of life. You need to be in some type of control. So when people start overpowering you, you got to learn how to overpower them and box them out so that you can work more effectively, so that you can be more focused on rebounding yourself from situations, from people, so that you can have a better game, so that you can be more focused, so that you can get to where you're trying to go. It's hard, but anything that's worth having is worth fighting for. Stuff you already know. So just work a little bit harder at it. If things need to get strong, if things need to get stronger for you to box people out, then that's what you got to do. No matter how hard the work is going to take for you to get stronger for it, you have to do it. So just box things and people out so that you can rebound yourself more effectively and hopefully a little bit more quicker, because you don't need to be in that funk for that much longer. Got it? It's Motivation Monday, man. Box people out. Get them out your way so you can continue to be dope.